Good evening, students. In yesterday class, we study colligative property. First one, relative lowering in vapor pressure of solvent. Other one is elevation of boiling point of solvent. Students, today we will study next colligative property, depression of freezing point of solvent and osmotic pressure of solution. In our earlier classes, you know, solid convert into liquid, liquid further convert into gaseous state by heating. When a solid heat change into liquid, that process known as melting, and further liquid change into vapor state, that process known as evaporation. But if a liquid change into solid, that process known as freezing or solidification. Students, today we discuss what is freezing point or melting point. Freezing point, how can you define freezing point? Freezing point a temperature when solid and liquid have equal vapor pressure, means there is a dynamic equilibrium. Students, freezing point or melting point a temperature when solid and liquid state have equal vapor pressure, means there is a equilibrium. So that point known as freezing point or melting point. For example, we can explain by in this way. Suppose in this system, in this beaker, we have only pure solvent, and pure solvent is vaporized. So these are vapor pressure. But when we prepare solution, then what happens? If the solute is non-volatile like glucose, sucrose, urea, salt, potassium chloride, sodium sulfate, such type, then what happens? Some molecules occupy of the space, that is solid molecule, and they are not evaporate. So solution vapor pressure is reduced. But how there is equilibrium? So definite we have to reduce the temperature, because freezing point a point when both vapor state as well as solid state, liquid state as well as solid state have equilibrium. That point is freezing point. We can explain by a curve. In this curve we are showing that one is liquid solvent graph. Yesterday we studied that is liquid solvent, and after that point that are vapor state, and this line is solution line. So at this point this liquid is freeze, means convert into solid state, and this temperature known as freezing point of that liquid. For water, this one 273.15 Kelvin, or you can say 0 degree Celsius. But what happens if you mix some non-volatile solute? Then solution at this point is lower. So this graph you show that is frozen solvent, and when it does this, at this point solution is freeze. So this point is lower temperature. Yeah, you can say depression of freezing point. So that temperature is TF, and this pure solvent temperature is TF naught. So how can we find out depression? That is delta T. Delta T we can identify. Delta T is equal to TF0 minus TF, means freezing point of pure solvent and freezing point of solution, that is depression, that is lowering the freezing point. So students, in our daily life, when in our Himalayan region there are always ice, and sometimes that ice occupy on the roads, then how we clear the roads? By JCB machines or other way we If we can't clear, then we spread some salt on that road. That salt, what will do? That salt means a solution, so decrease the freezing point. So freezing point reduce, so the water is melt and the road is clear. So that are used of this phenomena. We can explain by this that delta TF, how can we find out? If you mix more the salt, more then more depression, it is directly proportional to molality. What is molality? Molality already discussed. Is when we remove the sign of proportionality, then we write another symbol Kf. What is Kf? Kf is proportionality constant. Yeah, you can say it is molar depression freezing point constant. This is cryoscopic constant, or you can say molar depression constant. So students, how can you define if M is 1? Means if M is 1 molar solution. 1 molar means 1 mole of solute dissolved in 1 kilogram of solvent. That is 1 molar. Means 1 mole urea in 1000 gram water, or 1 mole salt in 1 kilogram water. That is 1 molar. If M is equal to 1, then delta T is equal to Kf. So this one is definition. If 1 molar solution, depression in freezing point known as depression of freezing point constant, or we can say cryoscopic constant, molar depression constant. There are 3 names, so you should remember. And how can we identify this molality? This molality you know, mole of solute dissolved in mass of solvent. So we can write in this way, delta T means depression of freezing point is equal to Kf, means depression, molar depression freezing point constant, and M is molality. Molality you know, mole of solute. Mole of solute means W2 by M2. This one is mole of solute divided by mass of solvent. You know, mass represented by W1, and if the mass of solvent in gram, then it is divided by 1000. So we can solve the numerical. If you rearrange this, depression of freezing point is equal to Kf, then W2 by M2 into W1 into 1000. So by this we can identify depression of freezing point constant. And our motto is to identify molar mass of unknown solute. If unknown solute dissolve, then how can we identify? Then we can identify mass M2 is equal to Kf W2 into 1000 divided by delta T into W1. Friends, all that are given. What are these W2, W1? W2 weight of solute, W1 weight of solvent in gram, and Kf is cryoscopic constant or molar point, freezing point depression constant. We can say this freezing point depression constant also. So there are this compound, this value depend on nature also, temperature and enthalpy of fusion. So these 3 factors, this value depend. Students, when we compare elevation of boiling point and depression of freezing point, so there are 2 constants. And at first we identify its unit. What are the unit of Kf? Its unit easily can be found by this numerical, because this one is Kf means delta T divided by M. Delta T means temperature, means Kelvin, and molality. Molality unit means mole of solute dissolved, mass of solvent in kilogram. Mole kilogram inverse is unit of molality. When we write rearrange, then what is the unit? Kelvin kilogram mole inverse, that is unit of Kf, that is cryoscopic constant unit, and molar depression constant unit, depression freezing point constant unit. So sometimes this ask, last year question comes in CBSE exam, what is Kf? Write its unit and define. So easily can define, if 1 molar solution, then depression of freezing point known as freezing point constant, depression in freezing point constant or cryoscopic constant. Okay. Students, when we compare Kb and Kf, Kb and Kf, at first we compare their unit. Both have same unit. Kelvin kilogram mole inverse, Kelvin kilogram mole inverse, means there is no difference in the unit Kb and Kf. Then first we learn their names. What are the name Kb? Kb means boiling point elevation constant. B means for boiling, easily can remember. Kb, K is a constant. Boiling point, definite increase. Boiling point elevation constant, Kb. Kf, F means freezing, K means constant. Freezing point depression constant, because freezing point decrease, boiling point increase. So freezing point depression constant, one is name. Other one is molar elevation constant. Molar means, because if you put 1 mole solute in 1 kilogram solvent, that time there's known as molar solution. So we can say molar elevation constant, because it is increased. And other one, molar depression constant, sometimes this name also. Third name is, how can you remember? That is, Kb means ebuloscopic constant. Again, how can we remember this? There is a B, and this also have a B, a letter, ebuloscopic B. So in this way we can correlate. Kb means ebuloscopic constant, and rest one is cryoscopic, because one is B, ebuloscopic, other one cryoscopic constant. So sometimes their definition comes in last year CBSE exam, define what is Kb and Kf. They easily can define if by these formula. If solution is 1 molality, elevation of boiling point known as Kb. If the solution is 1 molality, depression of freezing point of the substance known as freezing point depression constant or cryoscopic constant. Students, there is another formula to find out Kb and Kf, that is given in your NCERT book. How can we learn? How can we remember? So that is a fixed formula given, that is Kf is equal to Rm1 into Tf square divided by 1000 into enthalpy of fusion. So what is this? R means gas constant, you know, universal, 8.314 Joule Kelvin mole inverse. M1, what is M1? Molar mass of solvent. For example, water is 18, benzene is 78. We can find their formula. Tf means freezing point of that solvent, that also fixed. For water, that is 273.15 Kelvin, means in Kelvin scale. We have to take point. Other one, enthalpy of fusion, we know. 1 mole solid convert into 1 mole liquid, convert into liquid state, that are enthalpy of fusion. 1 mole solid change into liquid state. That enthalpy change, enthalpy of fusion. So this one is easily can identify. If you have this data, then also we can identify Kf. So this formula you should learn for different competition exams comes. In similar way, Kb also, or m1 into Tb square divided by 1000 into enthalpy of vaporization. So that is boiling point depend. So R gas constant, again molar mass of solvent, that is boiling point of solvent. For example, water, boiling point 373.15. And enthalpy of vaporization means 1 mole liquid change into gaseous state, that enthalpy change known as enthalpy of vaporization, that is solvent. So they depend on nature. And for water, students, normally water is a solvent. So we should remember, or in your NCERT book given in a tabular form, all the solvent. For water, this value is given 1.86 Kelvin kilogram mole inverse. And this value given 0.52. So many numericals we have 0.52 Kelvin kilogram mole inverse at 373 Kelvin boiling point. And this one 1.86 in numerical we have to use this value if temperature is not given. Temperature given, freezing point and boiling point. Okay. Students, next colligative property we will explain osmotic pressure. Before osmotic pressure, we understand what is osmosis. In our daily life, we observe many things. For example, these are grams, and you say others like almonds, butter. If you placed in water, then what happen? I placed these grams before 20 minutes before only, so they are slightly swollen because these one are dry and I put before 20 minutes, so they are swollen, means they absorb water. And if you put overnight, then they are fully swollen. So what are the reason? Another, if sometimes we put raw mango in salt water, then what happen? In pickles, its survival shrink. What are the reason? This known as, due to that is osmosis. So student, osmosis is a process, movement of solvent particle from solvent to solution side. It means lower concentration to higher concentration. Movement of solvent particle through semi-permeable membrane. That membrane, only selective particle can move, only solvent particle can move. Solute particle cannot move due to size or other reason. So that known as semi-permeable membrane. Our plasma membrane is semi-permeable membrane. So students, you know this one onion, and when we break this, then it is a very thin layer like this appears. So that thin layer acts as a semi-permeable membrane. And gallbladder, urinary bladder, pig urinary bladder, they can act as semi-permeable membrane. We can use cellophane membrane, parchment membrane, and this known as, this one is a thistle funnel. That parchment membrane I tightly bonded and then fill in some sugar solution or salt solution, then place in this water. That one is a pure water. Due to this what happen? Due to atmospheric pressure, this increase. And due to that osmosis, we explain in this way. Suppose this is pure solvent and this funnel I fill sugar solution, and that is parchment membrane, you can say semi-permeable membrane. So due to automatic movement of solvent particle through semi-permeable membrane like this, in gram have the outer surface that act as semi-permeable membrane, and water move inside the gram without any internal outer factor. So movement of solvent particle through this membrane. So due to this, what happen? This height increase, and this height increase up to that point. So but upper side also atmospheric pressure. So that known as, if we apply some pressure, if you apply some pressure this side, because upper side is a pressure create, that pressure further movement of particle is decreased, that known as osmotic pressure. Yeah, you can say osmosis is a process movement of solvent particle from lower concentration to higher concentration. Yeah, you can say movement of water, solvent if water, then water particle from lower to higher concentration, and this process up to occurs when till equilibrium attain. But upper side, if there is pressure, that is, we want to stop this process, that is, that osmosis, osmotic pressure is that pressure apply on solution side to stop the osmosis. We can explain by this. In a rainy season, if the water comes inside the room and we want to remove that water, so we have to apply the pressure, or we have to remove by brooms or by any other way, we have to remove that water in flooded area. In similar way, the water molecule come inside. So if you apply pressure on solution side, then the movement of particle is stopped. The minimum pressure to stop the osmosis known as osmotic pressure. That is denoted by pi. So students, what is osmotic pressure? Osmotic pressure is that pressure apply on solution side to stop osmosis. What is osmosis? Osmosis is a process, movement of solvent particle from solvent to solution through semi-permeable membrane. This membrane is a selective membrane, only solvent particle can move, and this process is going on up to equilibrium. So that process known as osmosis. If you apply pressure on this side, on solution side, then this osmosis stop. So that pressure, minimum pressure to stop the osmosis known as osmotic pressure. Students, we can explain this activity in another experiment, that is find out by Berkeley and Hartley method. Berkeley and Hartley identify this method. They take a such type container, and that one container they fill solvent, other container they fill solution. This solution is sugar or salt solution you can fill, and they place, there is a semi-permeable membrane between this, and both have equal, because outside they have apply a pressure, that is atmospheric pressure. But what happen? Movement of solvent particle move through semi-permeable membrane towards solution, that is osmosis. But this is solution side. This solution side we apply some pressure, some external pressure. Both side external pressure is applied, but we apply on solution side to stop this process. We don't want to come the movement of particles. These water molecule not come inside. So that is known as osmotic pressure. Yeah, you can say again, explain what is osmotic pressure. Minimum pressure to stop the osmosis apply on solution side, that known as osmotic pressure. And it is a colligative property. How can you say it is colligative property? If the amount of solute increase, then we have to apply more pressure. Students, you know ideal gas equation. In 11th class, we will write PV is equal to nRT. This one is ideal gas equation. But in solutions, we can write in place of P, pi. Pi V is equal to nRT. If we reshuffle this equation, then what happen? Pi is equal to means osmotic pressure is equal to N by VRT. So N by V, what is N by V? N by V is molarity, number of mole of solute dissolved in volume of solution liter. So N by V you can say molarity, or pi is equal to, we write CRT also. C means concentration is mole per liter. So students, this also a colligative property because it's depend on number of solute particle, means mole. R is a constant, T is also a constant temperature. If we volume also we take constant, then it is directly proportional to mole. So if the number of mole increase, osmotic pressure increase. But in this, there is concentration is mole per liter in molarity. But other, in elevation of boiling point and depression of freezing point, there is concentration in molality. And they have another drawbacks and they have different limitation. So this method is very good method. By this method we can identify molar mass of solute. How can we identify molar mass? We write in a way pi is equal to, mole W2 divided by M2 into V RT. You can write in this way. So M2, how can we write? M2 is equal to W2 pi V RT. So by this equation we can identify the molar mass of solute. In this osmosis that are very advantage to other methods like elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point. What are the advantages? Very small amount of solute can calculate accurate molar mass of the solute, easily identify. And this is especially for biomolecules like polymers, proteins, carbohydrate, DNA, RNA, we easily identify by the osmotic pressure. And this reaction occurs at room temperature also, no need to very low and very high temperature. So these are advantages. Osmosis occurs at room temperature, so no need to very depression in freezing point and elevation of boiling point. Very small amount of solute required large magnitude of the property, but boiling point and freezing points, they required very lower change, and they have at very low and high temperature. And carbohydrate, proteins, DNA, RNA, they are decomposed at very high temperature. When we heating, they are decomposed. For biomolecule, molar mass easily identified by this method, osmotic pressure. So these are advantages. And other one is there we use molarity in place of molality. So this question comes, why osmotic pressure is better parameter to identify molar mass of solute. First one, small amount of solute required and more accuracy of the molar mass of the substance. For biomolecule, they are decomposed at high temperature, so they easily can identify, and this occurs at room temperature. Others do not follow and higher magnitude. And you read further detailed advantage of this osmotic pressure. Then further we explain another parameter also. 3 terms: isotonic, hypertonic and hypotonic. Isotonic, hypertonic and hypotonic. So students, we explain isotonic. Isotonics are those solutions both have equal osmotic pressure. Yeah, you can say both the solution have equal concentration and they do not movement any side. Isotonic solutions are those solutions have equal concentration. Yeah, you can say equal osmotic pressure. Hypertonic If a solution have more osmotic pressure, you can say more concentration than others, so that solution is hypertonic. If they have unequal and one is higher, other one lower, like in pickle. In pickle, that our salt solution is hypertonic and water are lower concentration. So what happen? If any bacterium or any other microbes dip on that solution, then that cells are shrink and that bacteria is die. So that due to hypertonic solutions. Then raw mango is survival, means it is shrink. Hypotonic. Hypotonic means that solution have lower osmotic pressure. Yeah, you can say lower concentration than others. For example, if you placed the blood cell in water, then what happen? It swell and burst. Reason is behind this one. I placed that gram in the water. Water is a hypotonic and the gram inside have more concentration. So water move inside in this. So they absorb water and they are swell. Due to if you placed a hypotonic solution, that cells are swell. So students, when we take any injection, IV, there are two type injection. One is IM, intramuscular, other one intravenous vein. So a intravenous injection, we apply a fixed concentration, that is 0.9 gram per milliliter sodium. Yeah, you can say 0.9 mass by volume. 0.9 mass by volume sodium chloride solution. Sodium chloride solution injection we apply for that cell. What happen? Because our blood cell concentration is this 0.9 gram. 0.9 gram dissolve in 100 ml. Total solution is 100 ml. So that solution is isotonic. And when we apply any injection, that is intravenous, intraven, that is concentration is equal. Means both concentration should be equal. Otherwise, the cells will burst or shrink. If the concentration is hypertonic like pickles, that is hypertonic solution, and hypo means lower concentration, then it swell and that are burst. So these three terms are very important. Iso means equal, hyper means higher, hypo means lower concentration. You can understand in this way. Other one is sometimes students, a disease occurs, a person sometimes have in body have swelling. Hands and other body parts are swelling. What are the reason? Those people take salty food. So due to salty food, intercellular space, the water comes out between the space. So they are like swellings. So that disease known as edema. Edema a disease. Those persons take salty food in their body parts is swelling. So due to between intermolecular space, water comes. So they are like puffiness. Puffiness means swelling in the body. That disease known as edema. This points also comes many times in exam. What is edema? Edema a disease. Those people take salty food. Water comes between intercellular space. So that due to hypertonic solution, cells, water remove out from the normal cells. Students, our new topic is reverse osmosis and water purification. In these days, every day, all homes have a RO system. You can say reverse osmosis. So what is RO and how it works? Today we explain about RO system. RO means reverse osmosis, means opposite of osmosis. First you understand what is osmosis. Means osmosis, movement of solvent particle from lower concentration to higher concentration through a semi-permeable membrane, that is parchment membrane, plasma membrane, selective membrane. It only can movement solvent to lower to higher concentration. Yeah, you can say pure solvent to solution. That is osmosis. And this is natural process. If you stop this osmosis, we have to apply pressure, that is osmotic pressure. So if you apply more than osmotic pressure, then what happens? If we apply more than osmotic pressure, this is external pressure and this osmotic pressure, that is fresh water and separated by semi-permeable membrane. This fresh water come into saline water, but we don't want to come, we want to move this from saline water molecule move towards fresh water. So on the solution side we apply a piston, that piston apply external pressure. If you apply extra pressure, more than osmotic pressure, then what happen? Movement of water molecule through the semi-permeable membrane and we get pure water. By this process, this is known as RO, means reverse osmosis. Osmosis is a normal process, water move into this. But what is osmotic pressure? A pressure when apply on this side to stop this process. But we don't want to stop, we move opposite direction, means water can move this from saline to fresh water, that is RO. For this, we require a semi-permeable membrane. That semi-permeable membrane by cellulose acetate. And another, in these days, many that are semi-permeable membrane are available in market and we use in our house to purify the water. Due to the salt, the saline water have salt and we want to remove that salt. By this process, this is known as water purification, or you can say desalination of water. In daily life, that is very important in these days because everyone wants to take fresh water. And you are many times seen that are a RO water, RO purifier by a Hema Malini head, you can pure it. So the reason behind they apply pressure, but this we have to require current because we have to apply pressure in this process. So students, solve different numerical given in your NCERT book, and in such a way our all colligative property are finished. If you have any query, then you can ask by writing in comment box, like and subscribe, and send the link to needy students. Thank you. Have a nice day. Tomorrow we will discuss about abnormal molar mass, Want-Off factor. So in next one video, this chapter is finished. After that, we will discuss some numerical problem also. Thank you.